hopefully getting taken care of real quick. So we're here, me and Brandon. I think this is the way we're going to keep it. Evan's ditched us twice, so I think just Brandon and I, and then occasionally we'll have guests. I would have gotten Anthony, but it was up in the air all day whether or not I was going to actually be able to get this in, so I didn't let him know right away. I didn't let him know at all because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get here in time to even do one today. So, but we got a special guest today. We got Chris on the 6s and 7s as always. Hello. He's here. But we got Eric off the camera tonight, going to give us some commentary.
Hello.
And next week we'll get Anthony in here. Next week.
Yeah, he had a really good week.
Yeah, talk about it.
Looking over the screenshots that were put up or the postings for week 5, week 6, he jumped 10 full spots.
Jesus. 10 full spots. Good job. Good job, Anthony. Good to see. What place is he in? How far did he get?
He's currently in 11th place right now.
11th place.
That is, just in terms of people that we have a few ties, so the actual,
He's the 11th one down on the list.
For a second.
He could be essentially tied for some random number, 9th or 8th or whatever, but...
Right.
7th place with the ties.
Yeah, but even, so
There's 8, there's in this...
But so me and Tyler are tied at the top?
Yeah.
So that means 76 would be 3rd in theory. So yeah. So you're still at 11th. No matter which way we slice it.
It's
you're
still
11th.
impressive.
But you're in 21st, so that gives that there's hope for Beckman. There's hope for Beckman. Unless he flips Brandon off, then there's no hope for him. I still got to deal with that. That was some information I didn't learn until
we're fine.
Until way later. So we'll cover the rules again. Land destruction is now officially banned. As far as mass destruction, we're still going to be good with targeted like strip mine and wasteland as far as lands that blow up lands, and then we're also good with, just like stone rain, sinkhole, just cards that say destroy target land or destroy 2 target lands, things like that. And then infect is 20, and that's forever. That's every league.
That is through every single format that is offered unless specified either otherwise.
Yeah. In 1v1 it would be 15. Just to get that out of the way, if we were playing 1v1 with 30 life total, it would be 15 infect.
It'll probably need to be reiterated just...
Yeah, because how many people are really watching us right now and how many people go back and watch it?
Right.
But just for clarity, if you're sitting at a table and you see somebody getting attacked with combat damage or infect damage, at least now whoever's watching will at least know and can correct it.
21 to 11.
21 to 11 for Anthony.
10 full spots. It was an impressive week for him, too.
Yeah, it was. It was indeed. This is going to be week 7 we're going into, right?
Yep.
Week 7 and then week 8, so 2 weeks left. Big topic. This would be about a half an hour tonight. I don't have an hour to spare because of the issues at my other house. But we're going to definitely try and discuss some of what Brandon's thinking, and the other boys, I mean Eric and Chris are here too, what we're thinking as far as tribal rules and what we're going to do there. That whale in the background, he's changing.
It's doing work.
He's changing colors.
It's doing work.
You're welcome.
Hey, hush your lips there. I said you could watch, not speak.
Okay.
It is cool. I saw it when you had it on the video earlier. I saw him just kind of. He's the highlight of this thing tonight. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna try and cover some tribal things for the January League tonight. Just a couple of them that maybe Brandon has already solidified, or maybe he wants the opinions of you guys and the guys here, and then the ones that he kind of wants to just talk to me about. Him and I will squash those ones later, and we'll have those updated for next week's video. In short, just quickly, if we break out these rules and you're not so much comfortable playing in the league anymore, just let me know. No issues at all. If you're like, hey, I don't want to play with 69 creatures in my deck, I get it. I get it. You can bow out. We haven't determined a number, so I don't want any mixed communication there.
69 creatures, no instant sorcerers, enchantments.
Yeah, everything else. It's 69 creatures, 31 lands. That's what your deck has to be.
There it is.
Your commander does not count as one of those 69.
Bad time tribal.
Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't have another device tonight. I literally came right from my house to Brandon's house to film this, phone on the tripod. So I can't see comments, but Brandon and Eric and Chris are all watching. So if you got something,
Yeah, we have stuff that's popping up right now. Tyler says it would be 64 and 35, talking about that last idea of it being
60,
a million creatures.
56.
a million. I said 69, not a million.
Yeah,
It would be 64 and 36.
for like lands.
Perfect. Perfect.
2 words for you. Merfolk.
So yeah, all right. So me and the boys here are gonna just openly discuss some of the public thoughts that Brandon wants to discuss, and we'll take your feedback as we go. Any word on the dual commanders?
What is a dual?
Are you talking about like partners, Blade?
Or dual types. I think he's probably talking about like
Oh, Demon Road, double type.
So you got to be one or the other. I think that's where we're at on it, right?
No, we were gonna go. Well, so that's what I wanted to work on.
The commander has to reference both demon and rogues in it,
Yeah.
and it has to stop at 2, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
things
absolutely.
like who's the
Kalia.
lady that Kalia? Yeah, Kalia doesn't work. Well,
But
it
you
does.
can have
Talia works, but you only get 2 of the 3 things that she benefits for.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you can have all 3, but you got to have 30-ish or 69-ish of the.
So that's what I kind of wanted to go over was like the numbers that we should see, because like I don't want the ability to double tribe to outweigh someone who's playing mono tribe. You know what I mean? Like what the mono zombies player getting absolutely swept by someone getting to play demons and angels. And
Well, then we can nip it in the butt right now and just do singles. I'm not playing,
Oh yeah.
so I'm just going to give feedback. This is a casual league.
right.
If you don't want to attack and block, come see us in March. Right? In March, we'll be playing something different.
Yep.
This is Tribal League has always been attacking and blocking. I know that there are some tricks and whatnot, but I'm down to see like really cool combat tricks, you know, and enchantments on the battlefield that are buffing my dudes because of X, Y, and Z. Cards like Craterhoof Behemoth.
Yeah, there's been also a few really good releases for it too. Yeah, that's just Blade's question.
Yeah, Demon Rogue. So I guess we're going to discuss that. I'm indifferent to it, but man, if it gets out of hand,
I wouldn't
it's
have-
hard to go back and then say
Yeah.
just one.
Like
Because somebody spent money and built a 2-tribe deck.
well,
So the thought process that I had with it is like the mono tribe permanent base would be lower than someone using, let's say, a dual tribe. So like
well, not
a
permanent base,
smaller-
creature base.
Or yeah, creature
Like
base,
specific
sorry.
creature base.
But so like the only one that I can think of off the top of my head is like Rin and Siri. There's nothing for dogs, but there's a ton of cats. You would be able to do something like 25 dogs or
25
cats, like 10 dogs. That makes your creature count at 35, where someone who's playing mono zombies can play 30 creatures. But that would
30
involve
zombies.
that would involve some sort of a submitted type of thing, or just a quick little glance at the deck before we start type. But
Let's touch back on that in a second. Let's first come to a consensus on the number. So we're not saying 35, 33, 30, 69. Let's figure out between us and the chat what that number is going to be.
Right.
I certainly think that if we do give them the ability either or, there should be a benefit to doing only one tribe, and I think it would be a lower creature count.
I think 30 was a fine number for tribal, personally.
For a single tribe, absolutely. Yeah.
So you think
If they pick
you
a
think
dual
if
tribe, they
play
should
dual
have
tribe,
they should
have
be
to go
forced to
further?
play more creatures.
Yeah,
absolutely.
like 35 was the number he...
35.
But some people are playing
even-
duels only because they
They're-
need 2 to get to the number.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So like in the case of
And we also got to weigh, do we think the single tribes are more powerful than the duels? Or is it the other way around? Or is it kind of a push?
It might be the other way around, just because you're going to be able to find more synergies between 2 separate creature types.
like the
I don't think so. I mean, we keep using zombies as a reference. I don't think
Zombies
there's a double
syner-
type that's going to
no.
be better than zombies.
Zombies
Yeah.
synergize with
Just good
themselves
with
a lot
themselves,
better.
right?
Yeah.
With the scarab
Like
god.
But having
humans.
something like I want to say fairy tribal, but I'm not too certain of it. But I know that's kind of lacking.
Like fairy
But
wizard.
Alayla is a fairy rogue, so you could have the maximum number of fairies before you have to pick up vanilla fairies to fill your numbers,
So,
and then you could fill rogues for the other 10 creatures. So you
Tyler
kind of just
mentioned in there that he doesn't think that Changeling counts either anymore.
Doesn't. No.
That's not going to be in this league.
No changelings.
So this would kind of be like a little bit of a substitute for that. For those who have to fill it, they'd be filling it out with...
Yeah, but their commander has to be both.
Yes.
It
Right,
has to.
absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
So filling it in, yeah, works.
Right.
How do we feel about tribal enchantments? Right?
I'm
so if
good
I'm going to
with
play
that.
fairy
or
rogues,
sorceries
why can
and
I
stuff
not
like
play
that.
Bitter Blossom?
something that mentions.
Would that count as would that count as one of my pieces? And if it does, then do we
What?
raise the number with that in mind?
So when you say that, do you mean specifically like there's cards that are tribal sorcery elf or something
Correct.
like that?
The ones that are specific that say
Okay.
tribal,
Not
on
just
them.
reference it.
Right,
Okay.
right. Not referencing that type, but referencing the exact
A
card
tribal
type.
actually card.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. If you guys want to look up Bitter Blossom and throw that in the chat, Bitter Blossom is tribal fairy rogue enchantment, I think.
so I find my
Or maybe it's just enchantment tribal.
Let's see.
just initial thought on it. I don't know too much about them to be absolutely like
Right.
advertising it. But most of the ones that I've seen, like Anthony said, Elves has them.
Yeah.
They just benefit whatever you're doing. So having
There's-
that
It doesn't
creature
really
base-
need to be counted as the creature.
No,
right?
I feel like
Fair
that's
enough.
just quite literally.
If you're going to play
creating
Fairy
a
Rogues, you're going to play Bitter Blossom, whether it's Creature 35 or just Enchantment 1.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't see how that sounds like it's something that
No,
should
he
count
links-
toward
he
it for
linked
me.
Bitter
It is.
Blossom.
It's
No,
a
it
tribal enchantment fairy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just sending it to.
Yeah, we can dig it. So we're not
Wait,
going
did
to
I
count
show
them as
the
your
wrong-
creature, but obviously you'd play them.
Yeah, it's just sort of stuff that you'd expect to see. But I don't know if it was a super hurt like tribe and there was nothing for permanent space. I don't know.
Mm.
But in terms of like off the bat counting them, there's some crazy ones out
I bet
there.
you all the tribal cards are in tribes that have good counts anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're not going to
Most
find the squirrel tribal
Except for
cards,
fairies.
guys.
Fair.
It's going to be the elves and it's going to be, right.
Merfolk have them.
Yeah.
Someone said.
Yeah, so I think we just, obviously you'll play them if you have them or can get them.
Tribal spells.
But we're
won't
not gonna count
towards
them.
the count.
I know there's 28 people. I truly think 35 is the number. If I had to pick a number and I was a dictator, 35 would be my number,
Well,
For, like,
if we
for-
did that, I wouldn't
for
mind
free.
meeting in the middle and going 33.
which is the number we've kind of always talked about.
Yeah.
I can't let it be 33 because Tyler said 33, so we're going to have to do 32 or 34.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
I wanted to, like, the reason we're playing tribal is because we want them to matter.
yeah,
Right? I still don't want to beat you with, whatever. Right? Like, I know extra turns are banned, but I don't want to just win because I played 3 extra turns and my creatures were
nuts.
significant just because I was able to deal 40 damage with them, but weren't really the reason I won. Like, I want the creatures to be the focal point.
Well, I feel like you're gonna have support creatures anyway that aren't in your tribe
Oh,
most
of
likely.
course. Of course.
So I
but
think
those
your
are still
creature count will
creatures.
still be
Like-
hitting 35 to 40.
You'll still
in
see
the tribal
creature,
thing.
Yeah, I mean, if we leave it kind of lower, it gives time for that like toolbox sort of creature building thing.
But if you play 36 land, let's just say,
Yeah.
and let's say you use 34 creatures, that's still 30 slots in your deck.
Yeah.
That's still plenty of slots.
Unless you live on the edge like me and play 33 lands in every deck you make.
Well, you can live on the ragged edge. So, 36 lands, 34 creatures, that's still 30 slots for enchantments, instant sorceries, planeswalkers. What are your guys' thought on 34? What's the chat? Where's the chat on 34? Again, I'm not reading comments, so.
I'm seeing a lot of 30s. I'm seeing lower counts, but
Well, that's because people don't want, they don't want to play the creatures. They're in the wrong league. Come to the next league. We'll do Spellslinger League.
Tyler says, I think if they're doing dual, it should be 40.
So 25 and 15. 25 of one type, 15 of another. I don't.
think we lock in what numbers the two need to be,
Okay.
but just 40.
Right,
And I
40.
don't know that I agree with 40 per se. 40's a lot.
That's what I was saying.
I think 40's a lot.
That's why I was saying 30 for mono and 35 for dual.
As someone who's new,
As long as
well,
you choose
33 seems fair. Mike says I'm good with what I have. Make that number. I built him a list that has 33 to 30 merfolk in there.
Well, there's 1,000 Merfolk. So
Yeah.
if anybody's
I
on
have-
the ragged edge, it's not the Merfolk player. I bet there's
I
even good
have
ones
exactly
he doesn't have.
40
He's
for
a-
Tyranids.
I don't care about the dual, the levels.
That
Just
exist.
40 if you use a dual type. So like that. Kind
Then
of.
it's got to be 34 or higher for single. It can't be 30 and 40. That's a lot.
No, yeah.
I think 30 and 40 is a lot.
Kind of like.
I'm also okay with 32 and 36,
Right.
but is 4 cards enough?
I don't
Do
know.
you think it should be 32 and 40?
I don't know. From most of the feedback of the people that I've talked to about it briefly, it was like goofy guys like Kitten that want to play like oozes or cat dog Renansiri. I heard and just asking
There's
if
probably
you guys
enough
think-
oozes, but man, a lot of them are going to be bad.
Bad.
Real bad.
But from other people, like let's.
But
try
that's
and-
the cool thing about going higher.
Yeah.
Right? Because now everybody has to play some amount of bad cards. And that's kind of funny.
Right.
What-
At least to me, it's funny.
What kind of tribes would you guys be interested in building? Just so that way we have an idea base before we lock in this number. Like, is someone going for something super low like bears? Is someone going for... I mean, I'm playing zombies, but...
Yeah, I've only seen elves and merfolk so far, which,
Yeah.
like we said,
Yeah,
have
yeah.
1,000.
I wasn't snooping. I just thought that I just saw that it was Michelle messaging. I told her not to message me because we're using the phone for a camera,
Okay.
but she just messaged saying everything is good.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I wasn't snooping at her.
No,
messages.
you're...
I could barely see that it was Michelle Boileau, and I was
Ooh,
like,
scandal live.
no, no scandal, no scandal. She can come over, and me and Chris can go to my place play video games.
I'm down.
It needs fuel.
I got dinosaurs, elementals, and I've been working on humans.
All right, let's
So-
okay.
Demon
So let's lock in a number. What do we want? What's the chat think? The chat seems closer to 30.
I'm kind of leaning towards 30 with a... I don't want to call it a penalty for having to play 2, but at the same time, without the lack of words to say it neatly, a penalty for playing 2 tribes.
How about 32 and 38?
A disadvantage for having more tribes.
Yeah, disadvantage for
I'm down with
involving.
32 and 38.
32.
32 and 38? That's the chat think about 32 and 38.
I know it's an odd,
Even
like
I'm
a
coming
weird.
off my number 32.
It's a weird
It is an odd
number,
one.
but
But that
It's
lets
weird
you play
number.
We're
36
playing Commander.
lands
We're
for
playing
something.
Commander. It's 99 cards. So,
Right.
I mean, everything's going to be an awkward number.
yeah, that's fair. 38
Tyler
if you're
agrees
playing.
is 38.
So 38 if you're playing dual tribe, 30 or 32 if you're playing
Mono.
mono tribe.
Now, remember, if you're playing dual, your commander needs to reference them both.
Both of them.
Yeah.
In its creature type or ability? Or
Like so
So
say
the commander, it's anywhere on the text box.
so
Okay,
say I was
cool.
gonna say so
Yep,
Scarab God, it can't be zombies and gods. It's got to be zombies or gods because they're separate from each other. Or
No,
No.
as long
I
as
mean,
it's
in
the
theory,
card.
I guess
As
you
long
could
as-
play gods too, but
Right.
then you're going to be at that
Oh,
38 number.
yeah,
But if someone does it, we're gonna laugh.
There's
No.
no reason to run that.
No,
but as an
that
example.
seems interesting because you can play it. What are there like?
I bet
fucking-
there's some. I bet
Four
Erebos. I bet
Demir
Erebos would be
gods?
really good
Yeah,
with zombies.
There's a few
Like
Demir.
individual gods,
gods that
certainly,
would
but,
work.
Like, imagine forcing 38. I
Well,
have to do.
Well,
like,
here's my 36, and
Well,
then here's these two
It's not
extra
like you
gods
have to
I'm
do
gonna
a
play.
specific number of zombies. You can or
Like if you
zombies
have
or
over
gods.
30 or whatever number we say zombies, then you're good. You've hit the mono.
Yeah, if you've
tribe
already hit the
limit.
32, if you're gonna throw gods in, you might as well just play the 32 zombies and throw some gods. in.
Yeah, throw
Yeah.
some gods in. Yeah, yeah.
Most of the stuff that we iron out in here will go up in the chat later on tonight once we wrap stuff up and off camera figure the last of it out. But yeah, it'll all certainly hit the chat so that way there's a constant reference point in the messages to go to.
I'm down for it.
Yep, I'm good with that. All right, here's the big one: ban list. Ban list updates for this league specifically. Obviously, it'll change as the league goes on. So if you look at a card, you're like, man, this is gonna be so good. Be wary that we're going to be watching. We will update the ban list as we go. If cards become problematic, we will go after them. Well, let's discuss problematic cards to begin with.
Problematic commanders.
I am going to start with the King of the Slivers. The card is problematic by a long shot. That's a big one.
Slivers do.
No, it's not King of Slivers. It's the
First sliver?
the first
Sliver-
sliver
Sliver
Legion.
Queen?
One of them. No, not the Queen.
Okay.
One of them is completely obnoxious.
Is it the
It's
one?
the one that cascades.
First sliver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's the
first
first
sliver. I'm not saying ban it,
Not digging
but
it.
I'm
or-
saying that's a card that should be discussed. There is no George in the league, so maybe we don't need to discuss it. But that card is.
Well, Tyler has one, doesn't he?
No, I think he plays the other one as the
He plays
Yeah,
Queen.
yeah,
for
and
the
I'm
Queen.
only worried about it as the commander. I'm not
Okay.
worried about it as
in the
deck.
in the 99 because if you once you get rid of it,
Yeah.
there's a good chance for it to just be gone.
This is just.
Right.
This
There's
is just
a lot of the
Uber-
ban lists that wouldn't matter because it won't be good in tribal. Like you're not going to be worried about Tergrid as a tribal card.
Right.
I'm not really worried about
Turgid
taking
gods.
cards off.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah,
I don't
either.
want to take cards off. I'm just thinking cards that we should address specifically for this.
Tyler plays first sliver. Georgie plays overlord. Sliver Overlord.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he's just saying that Tyler's a problem.
Yeah.
Alright, good enough.
First
It's his usual
sliver
message.
is, and Tyler plays it because it's the right one to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
the right.
amazing.
It's
There's
the
no
right
way
one
that
to
it's
play.
not the right one.
With sliver spells, you cast have Cascade, so even Sliver Tribe.
All right, Tyler said that if he plays it, he's not going to play it as the commander. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah.
So I guess we won't mess with it. I don't think anybody else has slivers.
I think the things to watch are like, you know, the Kalia type of plays, you know, because just make sure that your permanents are accounted for, you know, type of thing.
Kalia, that's the
demons, angels.
right, but it
and
has to deal damage, right? It's like a
No,
It's
it's
an
an
attack
attack trigger.
it's a 2/2 on the ground.
flying.
Flyer. She's a
Oh.
flyer, yes.
Oh, she has
But
evasion.
she'll slap something onto the field for free.
right. It's natural order.
Yeah.
She is.
How about if you play Kalia, your tribe can only be 10.
Tribe can
only be 10.
2/2 flying when she attacks, slap an angel, demon, or dragon card from your hand on the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent.
And if you pick two creatures.
So here's the thing: if we're already worried about this, because this is like the card that made us think that we should run or allow
Mono.
people to run multiples. Like if
Yeah.
we're already
This is one of the
concerned about
cards,
this
yeah.
card,
Well, just
The only-
play
I don't
human
think-
clerics and then nobody will be
I don't
worried
think
about you.
there's really a whole lot of people that would play a Kalia deck. I know Evan had one of the in the past, and it's been pretty cool. I know Tyler LeBrake plays Angels. Last Tribal League, he played Mono White Angels. So,
which he'll probably
Giving-
just run back.
but giving him the option to play an Angels themed commander.
But then
like
you got
that,
to redo the mana base, right? And that's
Yeah.
a pain in the ass.
But I mean,
to
if
then
he's up
bring
for
in
it,
all
that's a
these-
strong commander for him, though.
True. I don't really know what's.
Tyler's saying the Eminence commanders can get out of hand fast.
Yeah, the dragon one. The
Right.
dragon one's busted. The
Dragon.
vampire.
Tabarak's being
the
example
I think,
of
the
vampire one is
vampire,
really
I think
good.
the vampire's the
I
hardest.
think the cat one's fine.
Tabarak's would be an
That
That
example
one's
of a
cool. They're all
reference guy.
good.
Yeah.
Honestly, they
yeah.
could,
No, he's
if Wizards
also
wanted to
a
make a
cleric.
boatload of money, if they just
He's a
reprinted
demon
all
cleric.
those and resold them,
Oh, I got
they would
Scarecrow
sell
then.
well. Because
Yep.
like buying that whole set right
It'd be-
now would
it'd be
cost you
cool.
like $400.
Wouldn't be a terrible play.
They need to make another anthology.
That's it. I'm putting.
Yeah,
I'm
that
Another
would be-
commander
put the
anthology
puzzles
that
back
had
together.
4 different decks. That would be sweet.
Earth Dragon's not officially banned. We're just sort of talking about what cards we're going to be keeping an eye on right now. I feel like,
That the vampire one,
yeah, Edgar.
the first sliver. Yeah, Edgar is the vampire.
Robbo?
one.
Yeah.
Who?
Right? Is it Rabo? Is that the cat? That's
Arabo's
the
not
Eminence?
really a bad one. 'cause
I'm
it's
not
just
worried about
one
that.
fight.
I thought we were
Like,
just talking about
Tyler
Eminence.
has
Yeah,
that deck and
the
he's
entire-
played it and I think it's a fair deck. Tyler just plays it well because he's played a lot of it.
Oh, and then okay, I was like, who's the fourth Eminence one? And then I remembered.
Inala,
Yeah, I know.
the Wizards.
Tyler says they'd be fine in the 99. Well, then those decks wouldn't be good.
Right.
I'm not too concerned about Eminence personally.
Yeah, the
No.
only one that I've seen get super out of hand
But
is
here-
Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar gets crazy. The dragon one gets crazy too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: we're making it known that
Yeah.
these are cards we're watching. So if you do want to build these decks, just make sure you have something else that can be the commander. If we go after just because we wouldn't ban the cards outright, right?
Right.
We
No.
would just be like,
It's
all right,
just
move it
as
to the
commander.
99.
Yeah,
move it
as
to the
commander.
99. Yeah, so
Build
decks
your own
that can-
Precon deck so you have an alternate commander.
What is Progenitus? Is it a Hydra? That's what I need to build. I should have played in this league with Progenitus.
I have an
5-color
Avatar.
Hydras, baby.
Play Expel Tribal.
I think he's a Hydra.
I don't
Yeah,
remember my
Hydra
Expel
Avatar.
Tribal
I
person.
could have played Avatar. I could have played Avatar of Woe. No, I think that's banned by our rules, right?
Play Child of Alara.
Avatar of Woe, I think he just wins the
Is
game.
it Child of Alara?
No, that's Phage, right? Phage the Untouchable just
Yeah.
wins the game.
Yep.
I forget what Avatar of Woe does. I think when he enters the battlefield, it destroys a creature.
Oh no, this is the 10 or more. 8 costs 6 less to cast. Tap, destroy a creature. Yeah, it can't be.
It's a really big royal assassin.
Yeah.
He
But it-
seems cool.
But 10 or more cards in all graveyards, it costs 6 less, so it's 2 black.
Where were you, Eric? I could have built this.
Sorry.
Avatars, man. Is he even a creature type avatar? He's
Yeah.
probably a demon.
Avatar's a creature type.
But
Oh,
is
is he?
Avatar a Woe an avatar?
Oh, I have no clue.
What are Mike's
Gishath's
questions?
an avatar.
One of Mike's questions?
What are Mike's questions?
Mike who?
Does Mike ask?
Avel the Rock.
That is.
That's Kitten.
Oh, he's asking about possibility of change or shapeshifter tribal, but for the creature type itself.
Is he Drew Mortal?
Dremortal is Mike.
He asked if we're locked into one tribe for the whole league, or can we play a different tribe? You
How
can
do we feel
play.
about
Oh
that?
no,
It's been a rapid
those
question.
are your
I don't
own.
mind that at
Those
all.
are your own. Go
Change.
ahead and change through
Yeah.
whatever you have.
Yeah, because if
In
we,
my opinion.
so we're doing a locked league right now where you're stuck with the I don't want to say stuck, but you're locked into that deck now.
You're stuck.
And then,
I mean, you're
and then with how
stuck.
popular Budget League for an idea has been, I feel like that's
That'll be
leaning
another
towards the one
locked
after
in.
Tribal League. So that would be another
Oh
locked
no,
deck.
Spell Slinger is going to be the next.
Mono Blue Spell Slinger.
Release everyone who didn't get tribal league.
You cannot play more than 20 creatures in your deck.
Oh,
Go.
Kaikar, we're
I'm
coming
already-
back.
I was gonna say, Varian, here we go.
So
I like the idea of the budget league, and I don't even want to call it a budget league because all we're doing is okay. Your deck has to start at that number.
Yeah.
But then after that,
yeah.
people are going to be putting in their
It's
underground.
balls
sea.
to the
Well,
walls.
Adam's going to be putting in underground sea and dockside extra, right? So if my deck's going to quadruple in
What if we
price
do-
after 1 week,
What if we
and
do
I like that idea.
mandated, not even mandated, just like a ramping type of upgrade system. Like he can't go over $50
Ooh.
worth of upgrades the first
But
week.
then
The
that
next week it
actually is
doubles.
budget. That actually would be budget. Yeah.
Like each week you have like that budget is now 150 or 200, 250 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, deck budget itself.
Yeah, like the
Total.
cards you want to put in
Okay.
being like week 1 you
That's
have
kind of interesting.
week 1 you have $25, week 2 you have $50 to add to the deck. Week
Look at us
3,
skipping right over
100.
Tribal
Yeah,
League now.
tribal is so old
Skipping
news.
right over Tribal League now.
Yeah.
We should
That
wait
would-
at least the
that
first
would
week
be
of tribal,
difficult,
which
but
we-
it's certainly
if
be
you want
interesting.
an exact amount on that shapeshifter, which
Oh.
I'm sure Brandon looked because he's inquiring,
Yeah, kitten's seen for sure.
but you can just go to Gather and search shapeshifter, and it'll tell you.
So how do we feel about that? Because I know we said no changeling, but if they're shapeshifters,
Well, as long as they say shapeshifter in their creature type, that's all.
That's what
That's
they
all
are.
that
so you
matters.
just ignore changeling. Like
As long
Is
as
it changeling? Isn't that shapeshifter creature type?
technically
the
yes,
ability
but
of
we're
shapeshifters.
talking about in the actual subtype of the creature, like on the card.
Right.
Changeling is in the is
It's
in the text box.
Yeah,
so-
so that's not going to count.
Right,
It
but
only
it would
works with
count
your
if
co-
it says shapeshifter
Correct.
for shapeshifter tribal.
let's see.
I certainly have a list of 30 shapeshifters with a commander that is a shapeshifter.
Then that sounds fine to me.
So you're gonna
well,
need
it's going to be
2
32
more
though.
Shapeshifters.
Yeah, it's been brought
Is
up
the
to
32
32.
including your commander or without it?
No, because the commander doesn't necessarily need to be that type.
Okay.
It just needs to contain it in the
Right,
text box.
because friggin' Scarab God
Yeah,
is
well,
included in there.
Morophon.
And Morophon.
Well, Morophon is a
Morophon,
shapeshifter.
he's a changeling also. He helps
So-
you.
So changeling just
It
doesn't
looks
work
like-
in this league at all. Then it sounds like
Changelings off.
unless you're just playing
Unless
changelings.
unless you're playing
all
shapeshifter
changelings.
or whatever their regular creature
Yeah.
type is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 120 it looks like. So there's
There's 120 shapeshifters. Yeah, so he's good money.
So yeah, and those changelings are fine as long as they say shapeshifter
No, he
in their
could play.
creature
He
type.
could play changelings if they were
Shapeshifters
shapeshifters
before
and
they're
vice versa.
changelings.
Right.
Yeah, before they're changelings.
Basically, just that changeling doesn't count towards the actual count.
Yeah.
On
Starting-
anything, on any
starting to
tribe.
lose
Any
the
tribe.
Okay.
starting to lose the meaning of changeling. We've
Yeah.
said it so many times.
Yeah, we don't even know what it does.
You ever say it so much it feels like it's not a word?
Yeah.
Changeling.
Okay, he's got it.
Colby.
He's got it. I'm just trying to catch up on some of this.
What was Mike's question?
Where is Mike?
Oh, the lock-in. It's Dremortal.
No,
Are we locked
then
in
no,
on
you're not
track?
locked in.
Yeah.
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
like
If you want to make a
rotate
second,
through
yeah,
this.
if you want a secondary tribe that you have on the back burner,
Yep.
absolutely.
I'm
play
gonna
it.
have 3 decks to bring, and I might play.
Yeah, I
all
was gonna
3
say
in
I
a
have 3, and I might play.
Absolutely. We
one
got to
each.
remember that this league is for fun. These
Yeah.
things are just, I know there's big prizes at the end, but as people have seen in the past, like if you just show up for 8 weeks, first place is gonna maybe get twice what you got. Right? It's not anything. It's not like we only pay the top 8. We pay everybody who shows up. This league will be the same. If you show up all 8 weeks, I mean, you're probably not going to get your exact money back, but you're not going to feel cheated by any
Yeah.
means. You're not. And the price pool for this current league is outrageous. I actually sat down and started moving product around in the store to make sure okay, this is what we're going to include. First place is going to get a box of Jumpstart boosters. You get to choose. You get to choose either bad set. So if Tyler wins, he's going to get either Jumpstart from
No
Brothers
Brisket.
War or Jumpstart from the other set.
Mike's upset we lost our Brisk
Yeah, no
sponsorship.
Brisk.
Our brisk
Oh no,
endorsement's
baby,
gone.
we're there.
We're
We switched it up.
We've gone to pure leaf.
It's
We've
pure leaf.
bigger and better game.
Yep, they sent us
No more
not
dollar.
a damn thing.
No more
unfortunately.
$1.50 drinks for us.
Yeah,
$2.49.
2 now we're going to the top.
6 or 8 weeks on Tribal League.
Tribal League is 6 weeks because it doesn't evolve.
Right.
There's no changes. Obviously, if you change decks, it's evolving for you. But a lot of people either, one, don't own a tribal deck, so they're going to build one. So they're going to be kind of stuck based on financial reasons, or just they don't want to build more than one tribal deck.
My first tribal league, I remember everybody being like, "Hey, you want to borrow this tribal deck? Sure, I'll play it." And
Yeah.
that was the first league I ever played in, and everybody
I'm not
was
signed
just,
up to play. I'm not willing to be a week-to-week sub, like a Blade would need, per se. But if something comes up for somebody, if I plan to be there that night, which I don't any of the nights, but
Adam
if
will be
somebody
playing
really needed
Gishath.
me, I would play for somebody.
and Adam will be playing Gishath.
High Times asked.
Oh
if
yeah,
the
I'm gonna play
store is
something
open.
stupid.
Dinosaurs.
Gishath,
Dinosaurs, yeah.
Dinosaurs. Gishath it is.
High Times asked if the store's open on Friday, so I don't know if you want to
It
mention
is,
the
yeah. Black Friday
sales.
sale. I posted it all in the chat. I don't remember what it all is. I know one of the biggest things that we're selling. I don't know if somebody wants to get me the TCG player price on.
Tyler says, "You jumpstart me, I'll jump you."
We're going to put that on YouTube. Two cripples fighting to the death. But we're going to have 12 packs of Ikoria collector boosters. Last I looked on TCG Player, they were expensive. We're going to have them for $18.99. Hopefully they're expensive, because if they're like $20 on TCG Player, it's not really all that exciting. But okay, so they are. Market price is $23. But either which way, you can get these right at the local game store.
Oh, this is the ones exactly that you have.
Yeah, 23.95 essentially. So about $25. At the game store, they're gonna be $18.99 cash and carry. So if you bring me cash on those, I won't charge you tax. Just a flat $19 essentially. There's 12. Limit is 2. So essentially, the first 6 people at the store Friday at noon can get 2 of those packs. Double Masters packs for $10 a pack. Same thing. We'll do cash and carry tax free on pretty much all the Black Friday sales. You bring cash, we'll just cash you out and get you moving. $10 a pack on Double Masters. I have 6 cases, so that's 36 boxes. And if I need to sell them all, so be it. Double Masters at $10 a pack. You're not going to find that anywhere, nowhere. So we'll have that at noon.
This is new stuff, right? The 2022.
Yeah, that's the brand new 2022. Yep.
Nice.
There's a sleeve sale. Dragon Shields if you buy 2 of just the regular classics or the mats. The 18, 2 for 18. I think it was 2 for 18, maybe 2 for 16. I might have done a really good deal. It might have been 2 for 16.
Mr. Williamson has a question. Sorry.
That's all he says is I have a question.
What is your
Shoot
question?
a question, Mr. Williamson.
Just toss
And
it
then
in.
Dragon Shield dual mats are 2 for 20, which is $10
2
a
for
piece.
20, 2 for 17.
2 for 17 for the regulars, 2 for 20.
Game
It's about a 30% sale. 20% off anything Game Genic. And that's not just the display. That would also be the sleeves that are also off to the side on the wall. Pretty much if you bring something Game Genic to the counter, it's 20% off. And that includes the great big boxes that are like $60 and $70 retail. Game Genic passed along a 10% discount to me, so I doubled it and made it 20% for you guys. I don't remember what the other sales were. Was there? Oh, $3 packs. You buy a draft box. I know none of you know what standard sets are, but pretty much anything that I have that's a draft booster, from Champions to Streets to Dominaria to Brother. Draft packs are just a $3 cash and carry. Obviously, we're going to take debit card in any of this, but debit cards, we're going to ding you for tax. But any of these other sales, cash and carry, all day Friday, and then Saturday, 12 to 5. There's going to be a pre-release rewind on Friday night. I don't know. Tyler's got to determine the time. Probably 6 or 7 or 5:30. Somewhere in there, there's a pre-release rewind. Essentially what we're doing is we're going to redo Brothers War pre-release with the kits, but $10 off with still a full price support, plus promo packs for all attendees. So $20 to replay the pre-release. I mean, that's literally $3 a pack. You're getting 6 packs plus a promo pack for $20. That's a really good deal. That's going to be capped at 16 because I only have 16 kits left. I don't think we'll get to 16, but if for whatever reason we do. Again, for things, there'll be sales on, for anybody who gives a damn, there'll be sales on Pokemon. Warhammer is 20% off. Anybody cares about Warhammer. Everything Warhammer is 20% off for the 2 days. Video games are going to be, I think they're just going to be 30% off across the board. I don't remember what
Precon's Warhammer should be 20% off then.
What's that?
So the Precon
If you
from
can find
Warhammer.
one on my shelf. If you can find one on the shelf. Typically we do sales on singles, but I'm not doing that this time just because it's going to sound greedy, but I'm going to have a lot of people looking to buy tribal singles anyway, so it's kind of silly to just kick myself in the back and sell singles at a discount for something that I'm going to just sell anyway in December. So we're not going to discount any singles, but I think the deals on the packs are all really good. I think the deals on the sleeves are really good, and that there's no limit. You buy until we run out.
Yeah, and most of this stuff, or actually all of the stuff that he mentioned, is in the store chat that we're all in for the Magic stuff.
Yeah, I posted it, if not all of it, most of it. I think I put a sale on Ultra Pro too. I think playmats are 20% off, and Ultra Pro art sleeves are 20% off.
Nice.
I think I did that as well. Maybe it was 25% off. I don't remember. But it's all in the chat, so if you missed it, go back and read it. Did we get the question from Mr. Williamson?
Nope, we did not.
Do a post of all the sales. I did in the chat. I've had a lot going on. Usually I do like and maybe Brandon will be able to do it for me before Friday morning. It'd be hard pressed because tomorrow's a holiday. But usually I do like I make like an image.
Yep.
And then I just kind of type in. I don't do it. I wouldn't be as nice as what you would do. But I just type all the different things that we're selling and just have it on one big image, and then the store emblem somewhere on it, and then just post that on the store page. Maybe I'll get to the store early enough to just throw something together to throw up on Friday. So we'll see.
My question is above for Mr. Williamson.
No, I think you scrolled by it. No.
No, that was Havel, Awoken, Blade. I don't think we see it, buddy. It might not have posted in the chat.
I got nothing.
Right under, I have a question. No, sorry, Williamson. It didn't actually go through on the chat for us. It might have been. Yeah, it might have been too little time in between both postings. So
If you can, just type it back out for
yeah,
us.
if you could just copy and paste it.
Yeah,
we should see it.
Throw it in there.
Flagged.
TJ.
Or did it get flagged on accident?
That's the admin of the thing.
Yep.
Actually, I probably should make somebody admin because I don't have a device here. We're gonna have to pause the thing and go to the chat. Good lord. So 32 and 38. That's our
good with
numbers.
that. I'm good
Those are fine with me.
Yeah, 32 and 38 are the locked-in numbers. You can play up to 2 tribes. I guess we're not going to ban anything up front. We're just going to monitor, but
I can't think of anything
Seen a
that's
lot of the
actually...
classic tribes though, in their in what
it's
they're
about the
talking
team.
about.
Yeah, people love the team.
Yep.
Is that Mike?
Yeah, that's Mike.
Could have had him right here, buddy. You
Yep.
probably can't see
He's
the
on
chair.
vacation.
Oh, what the hell? He could have been here for this.
Yep, he could have.
He's on vacation, but not with the
he's
wife
on-
on vacation.
No, yeah, no.
Right.
He's on us.
He's not missing much, man. I'm telling you. I've been to Disney.
Oh, he goes.
Oh, you better hope
goes
Steph
every
doesn't
year.
hear you say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most overrated things you can do with money.
No one told you it's every Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. When I drove from here to Orlando, Florida in 18 hours. One shot. And I wouldn't do it in a luxury cruiser. Now. I don't think.
The question
said
is
it again.
not coming through.
It's still not
Oh.
coming through.
I think we're getting mean.
Is it too big of a question? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe over a character limit or something.
If you're able to, post it in the Facebook chat. If you're not already in there, let us know.
He might not be somebody that's.
Do we know
associated.
who's Mr. Williamson?
Yeah. I don't know who Mr. Williamson is.
One shot, Messina to Florida.
Yeah, that's what Mike says.
Yeah, it's miserable. It's miserable. I mean, I did it, and the trip itself actually wasn't bad. It's the reason I did it. I can't stress enough how much of a waste of money that trip was. I don't think it's worth it for, none of my kids enjoyed it. The coolest thing that we did, and I don't remember what it's called, but there's a restaurant there that's themed to dinosaurs. It wasn't part of Disney, but in Orlando there is a badass restaurant that's dinosaur themed. It's got all these different colors of lava flowing through all these caves inside the restaurant, and then the food just meets up to the theming. It is
That's
so good. That's the best thing. That tea is popular. That's a good question. It is popular. Top quality.
All it says is the tea is popular. ...
Yeah.
That's not a question per se, but
No,
it
he's
is. It
saying
is
that-
I wonder if he's asking if we're
He's
actually
saying
endorsed
it's
by it, and the answer's no.
Oh yeah, we're endorsed by. This is from the Pepsi Corporation. It's top quality. Top quality. I guess I'm kind of sponsored by them. I have their cooler in my store,
Oh, that's
and
kind of fair.
they give me a discount for buying their fine products. So, I guess. Is that what it's called? Is the T-Rex Cafe? Is that what I'm describing? I don't know. It was like 10 years. No, it wasn't 10 years ago. It was like 6 years ago. I went. That restaurant was like. I'm not gonna talk to Mike. Answer him on the phone. Throw him on the. If he starts talking positive about Disney, though, we're gonna have to disconnect him.
Mentioned Disney too much and hit with a strike.
Endorse us, Disney.
They're not gonna endorse me. Good lord, I spent so much money in that place.
Is Mick Mouse?
Gross. I wish I'd have went to Universal. I'd never been to Universal.
I'd want to go for the Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to try. I'd like to go there and check that out.
Taboo to say endorse with J.K. Rowling.
I don't know. We haven't made kicked off yet. No, it says T-Rex Cafe is the best. If it's the place I'm thinking of, it's got like food that rivals like Donovan's and Malone. Like it's, and I'm not trying to put Donovan's on a pedestal. Sponsor of this channel. But they, I love Donovan's and Malone, and like when you go to a place that's like strongly themed like that, you're not necessarily thinking the food quality is going to be like A+, but it is. It's so good. Mr. Williamson just likes everything about our sponsors, I think.
Mm-hmm. He wants to be one.
Yeah, you can. You can be one.
So who is Mr. Williamson?
Yeah, who are you, mystery man? Or woman, I guess.
Just waiting.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I was like, that's weird. But yeah.
Business.
Good thing we didn't answer the phone. Good lord. Oh man. So what else we need to cover on tribal? What else you got on the brain,
Feel bad
Brandon?
because I want to
Not
answer the
much.
question.
I mean, ironed out
There's
the.
no question.
What was the date again for it?
Yes, January
9th,
9th.
right?
That sounds good.
That sounds good. Second Monday in January.
$15 for the first day.
I'd be curious to know how people would feel about playing Commander on Wednesday nights. Not instead of, in addition to. Obviously, it's not going to work for everybody, but
Yeah, the
Are there-
casino boys.
yeah, are there people that would want to play?
We're not available
Yeah, I
until
know you
6
guys
at
are.
the
But
moment.
just
but
in chat, people
Yeah.
would.
Would that be just a free day or like?
Yeah, it'd be free to play, and we would just play like our actual Commander.
Oh, okay,
decks.
like our off league
Goofy
days,
stuff, yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
Tyler has a question. Current league question.
Uh,
Next.
Current. A current league question, yeah, definitely.
as long as the question pops
I'm
up.
playing this currently, so I'm
Will you be
curious.
sending the question?
Yeah, will you be sending?
Not the meme on Mr. Williamson, but I don't understand what's going on with his stuff. I wanna know.
We could skip a lot of
What is
steps if
actual
people put the
question?
Is
questions.
Mr. Williamson Hunter?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who Mr. Williamson is.
Me neither, but appreciate him coming in. If I had my phone, we could get Jacob in here. Mr. Jacob Robert. He's a big fan of my store. I like him a lot. He's a good kid. He's not really a kid, I guess. But.
All right.
All right, Tyler. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, nobody has a question.
Yeah.
When does the bonus start for bounties?
I don't know that we're doing that.
Yeah, so I was.
We got some. We
Yeah,
got
we're
some
still
poor
figuring-
reviews on that from a couple people on Monday. A couple people had mentioned that they aren't like super high on the bounties. But I don't know. Still discussing it. You gonna do bounties this week? You think? Or you're gonna do
I don't
something?
know. I have the modifier we have is kind of. I mean, it's the second to last one.
Second to last week. Yeah.
So, okay.
Maybe it was supposed to say, "Is that tea popular?"
He's
It
got
is if you're watching this channel.
He's got our brains racked.
Mr. Williamson will never return.
No, I think you already covered that, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. I don't think we need to discuss that.
I don't know what does everyone want to see for the
Oh.
last week of league? Is there an
Or the
event?
last two.
Mike's calling me now.
Oh,
All right. Well,
I'm gonna put him on
no,
speaker.
don't put him on speaker first. Yeah, just
Hello.
because if he says what I think it's about,
Is that Anthony? High
High
times.
Times.
What?
Anthony Barnes. Anthony will be joining us next week, I think.
So what do people want to see for the last week of league? Do we want
Yeah,
to
I can
do
hear you. How?
something goofy like
No, you're not
Uno,
on speaker. You already yelled it.
bounties? Do we want to see that plane chase stuff again? Like,
Nobody wants to see the plane chase.
I really don't. It felt bad
Yeah.
saying it, but still.
Yeah, nobody
Okay,
wants
all
to
right.
see that stuff.
Okay.
I like
Bye.
the randomizer in what would be the upcoming week, so that you have the last week to bounce back from it.
Randomizer.
Like the Unos and those
modifier?
things.
So the reason I don't is just because I like doing it after Saturdays to prevent people from upgrading specifically for them.
Yeah. We're not gonna lock in what it is tonight.
Yeah.
And we can't do the Uno thing because Quinn still hasn't returned our cards.
Yeah, my card. Yeah, I'm still.
Still waiting for those Uno cards.
The hell, Quinn with two
Yeah.
N's.
What the hell, Quinn with two N's?
Yeah,
No,
his
you
name's
said-
his name's spelled Quinn with one N, and I always spell it with two on purpose. So if you ever spell Quinn's name, it's spelled with two
Any
N's.
ideas for what people want to see for the last week? It really helps us out.
The last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah.
I'm not down. I'm down to hear some ideas. I mean,
I have.
what do you guys think? Like, you get +6 if you kill Tyler?
And bonus points, but the higher tier players give points away to pay it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
That's
have
just
any
first
good-
blood, but only on Tyler.
Yeah, first blood +6. You get a point for every damage you do to Tyler. We'll have people with 300 points.
I would do the wildest like mere battlesphere swing on it
Reverse
for, like,
points.
600.
What's that mean?
What do you mean, Mike? Are you memeing?
Isn't that what we already do? Just forward?
No, reverse them. You get first, you get 1 point.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh God.
We didn't even address the conceding rule
concede.
yet. Yeah, right. We haven't even addressed that fully yet. Well, here we go. I'm gonna be out of there by 7 o'clock, no doubt about it.
He says this is lightning.
When does
round.
first start round? I'm done.
Yeah, lightning round. How about that?
Roll for
Lightning
hands.
round. You play 2 turns at a time.
Oh
Jesus.
God,
The whole night.
that's terrifying.
All right, I go first and second. That'd be crazy.
Just have a stopwatch
so
if you're play your turn,
he's
and
talking
all your
about-
turns under 10 minutes, you get a modifier.
The bounty for higher up players. I'm not opposed to a bounty that allows for people lower in points to have a better chance to catch up.
I agree with what
Bounty for bottom.
Brandon and Anthony now just said, but you can't make the first 6 weeks of the league mean
Nothing.
less than the last 2,
Yeah.
right? So Beckman's in what, 32nd,
Out of 28.
and I'm in first. Like, how fair is it that he could not necessarily catch me, but man, what if you're in 8th
Yeah.
and the guy who's last or close to last can somehow catch all the way up? Like, I don't want people that are that low to think that they're just kind of playing for nothing, but the first 6 weeks have got to matter, and that's what the issue was that the couple of guys had mentioned is like, well, I shouldn't do really well 6 weeks, and then these rules make it so I'm like a target, and I can go from 2nd to 9th and just have nothing.
So I feel like some glimmer of hope to maybe hit the bubble would keep morale up for the last couple of weeks.
So, would Tyler's
The
point
chance
for
to hit
killing
level?
someone higher than you, is that multiple stacked? Like, you could get, if you're in 4th place for that pod,
That'd be
would you
another-
be able to get 1 per player
But that'd be 7 points. You could get
If you were bottom
21
of the
points in
pod.
a night.
That would.
if you kill everybody?
And you're if
Not
you're
that doesn't
lowest-
happen, but the people
Correct. Yeah.
you're
the people who tend to
lowest.
kill everybody, though, are the ones who are already going to be up in your top 8.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to go far for an example.
Yeah.
Anthony got first, and
Yeah.
and third.
Third.
First, third with 2 plus 3 point modifiers, which is identical to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And he moved 10 spots doing that.
Yeah.
So if we made it essentially another plus 3 modifier,
But that's only +3 for one person in the pod, and they are the lowest.
but but in this circumstance, it's +1. It's +3 for one person in the pod. But he could still do it 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's not one per person.
No, it's a double points if you bring a pure leaf tea.
Absolutely. A whole cooler full. I'm definitely winning this thing.
No, yeah, we understand.
Double points if you
I
buy a pure
appreciate
leaf tea
it,
from
and
Adam.
It certainly is a way to get ideas moving and like what works and what doesn't type of
He's
thing.
gonna have to have
Like,
pure leaf tea
it's
on
certainly appreciated.
in the store.
Yeah.
It comes. Yeah.
I do want.
What if
So maybe we just offer a
If you-
bonus prize and maybe not points.
if you die to somebody lower in standings,
Maybe there's
then
something
you
we
lose
can
a point.
take out of the prize pool. Because the prize pool is massive. Why not offer bonuses for, instead of giving
The bingo card.
the bingo card. I was still a fan of the bingo card. Maybe not in the last week, but what if you are successful killing everybody in your pod and winning, and you get a pack, or you get whatever. Maybe it's not league oriented. Maybe it's just a bonus that you've acquired to keep the bottom half of the group who are kind of having that feeling that they're kind of just playing to play at this point. And most of us are just playing to play, but you're going to get the attendance points at the end, and you're going to get the attendance prizes. But maybe since the prize pool is going to be so many packs, that there's bonuses for the last 2 weeks for doing. If you reach a certain criteria, you're going to get these packs. You'll get them that night, and then all know how many packs they handed out. We just remove those from the total prize pool. That would keep me engaged, right? If I'm still paying $7 to play in something where I'm 26th, oh wow, cool! I can get these achievements per se, and still get something on top of my attendance points. I like the bingo card though. I like the bingo card in conjunction with that. Like if I can stamper my bingo in a night,
You get an extra pack.
you get a pack or something.
I like the bingo card as
I
a
wish
thing
we
for an
did.
entire league.
Oh.
Like as you cash them in, you get extra points in a league. That was my original idea with the concept.
Not terrible either. But I'm saying for like
If you're looking for something to power out
the last
now.
2 weeks of this
Yeah.
one, for those who think that they're just not in the running, but still want to come and play and have some other meaning other than just playing cards.
Tyler says he likes the idea of killing someone higher and getting an extra point. It's only going to be. It's not going to be 3 points to each
It's
person.
just one per pod.
It's one. I think he's saying it's just one. For
You could
the,
technically
it's
two.
3 for the lowest. So like. Plus.
But
2.
you'd have to.
At that point, you'd have to.
But
be
then
like,
all of your pods would have to be based off standings, right? So what he's saying
Right.
is like
Yeah,
so
at least,
Eric's fourth and will be 4th place.
take the top 8
in
and
our
keep
pod.
putting them in pods. Top 7 and put them at the pods and then structure.
I think this
people.
makes sense if you staggered it like you were gonna do. Like you take the top 7 and then they're in a pod. Separate pods.
Yeah.
And then you fill in the blanks with the rest of the people.
Tyler's
And-
saying still random. They leave it random still.
And if you kill somebody who was currently at your standings,
Well, like if you randomize and you get number 1, 4, 6, and 28, 28 stands to gain 3 points, but that's not going to help 28 that much.
no, but it would help 17 that much.
It would help them more.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I can tell you this though. I think we can learn something from the NBA and the NFL here. I believe that when we do our next Precon league, that you pick in the reverse order of the standings at the end of this one.
Oh yeah.
So if I win this league, and I choose to play in the tribal league, it's no longer random. I'm gonna pick dead last.
Okay.
Like if you're still in.
Like
Yeah.
we have our 28 people from
We'll
this
have-
league.
Yeah.
So we're going to guarantee all those 28 people a spot if they want it. And if they do, that's the spot they're going to pick in the reverse order of their standings. And if they don't, and we fill it in with random people, then those people are going to get random spots based on the people who don't play. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, Cousin Tyler would have picked last in this league.
Yeah, he said he basically did.
Yeah, he would, and I basically did. There was, I don't believe that there's anybody who picked from 21 to 28 was going to take the deck I took. I don't believe anybody was going to take it because of the price point. It's a $90 deck.
Yeah.
So I think that deck would have been available dead last. So, and that would change things up immensely, right? Just letting people who, you know, if Beckman ends up 27th, getting to pick second, well, that's kind of cool. You know, and the next Precon League might be 6 months from now. But man, that's a cool little thing to get at the end.
Yeah.
You know, as a little bonus. Yeah, I did crappy this time. You know, but hey, I'm going to get the pick of the litter next time. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about that, but that's a long ways out. But that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I like the concept of it. Yeah.
Right? Now you just tank, right? Now you just laugh. I'm not winning. I may as well be last. What else you guys got on the brain?
Not much else.
Any other questions about tribal?
Nope.
Stray shot at Eric right there. 4th place out of you guys.
Not 4th out of this group.
Well, you're second in this group.
Yeah.
The 4 of us sitting here, yeah.
Mhm.
So back to that. Back to the points for killing people. So you get a point for killing somebody who's currently higher than you in the standings.
Like, I'm the lowest here right now. I think I'm at, like... I'm gonna drag myself, but...
Well, I was just going to use me, Eric, Tyler, and Shane. So Eric has the most to gain.
That would be the most critical of it, but that would be that first pod that starts deciding...
But why would Tyler and Shane not just kill Eric?
Exactly.
You're not getting 3 points to jump over us. We're going to kill you.
Mm.
It sounds like
We're just a bit of the balance on it, though.
You could also give a point to the person with the highest standing winning the game. Just because they survived 3 people that could have benefited from killing them.
So +1 if the top seed gets a spot.
+1 for defending.
I always think defending should be something in anything we do like that. Because we've had other modifiers where it's been similar
What if
cases.
it's a tie, like me and Tyler? Who's really defending? Well, it would be him, right? Because I'm not playing for anything. But in other circumstances, that's going to matter.
I'd probably say nothing, because if you tie, it's not really...
No, but we're currently both tied for first.
Yeah.
So who's going to get the... Like, if I win, do I get it? Or if he wins, does he get it? We both can't get it.
I'd say we just use magic terms, so whenever they ask if you have...
Winner would get it, I would think, personally. If
Yeah.
you win your pod against people either equal or lower to you.
But if I kill him, I don't get anything.
No, I would say no.
So I would just kill Eric.
That's fair.
Like, your pod's the messiest.
Well, my pod's messy because they got a guy in there who's at the top who's not playing for anything.
Older one wins by default.
Oh, perfect.
Who looks older or who is older?
I definitely think I'm older.
Got him.
I think I'm older than Tyler. It's close though. He's pretty old too. I don't know if he'll post his age in chat. I'm 38. I think I'm older than he is. I might be older than Mike. How old's Mike? Perkins.
It's today.
And
It's
it's
40 in
old.
2 days.
He what?
39.
40 in 2 days.
Oh,
I don't-
40
I
in 2
don't
days.
snitch
So
on
he is
bosses.
older than me.
I don't want Let It Ride.
Yeah, so I'm in 21st. So in a pot of me, let's take Blade, let's take Alex, and let's say cousin Tyler. The +3 doesn't put me anywhere near the next guy up. Actually, it might catch me up to Blade if he absolutely loses.
Tell him to take the night off and we'll have Neil here.
63. 63 and 58. Yeah, a 5-point bonus would put me right up to Blade.
I'm not opposed to it. It's just trying to work all the kinks out of it. And then doing bonus points for people who do whatever random achievement we come up with.
Yeah. What TJ you say, boy?
Nice. Nice. Well, I guess that's it, boys. We don't have much else tonight.
I mean, we ironed out the start of Tribal League, which is impressive considering it's like a month plus away.
Well, I'm sure we'll be talking about it every week until then. I wish we could get more of the group to come to the video.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about that Monday.
I'd say if you have opinions on any of this stuff, put it in the chat now rather than after when you have complaints or something.
Yeah, this is the chance to bring up stuff that you might not like, want to see changed, pros, cons.
Eric's shirt.
Modifiers you like, modifiers you didn't like, things you'd look forward to seeing, all that stuff. Bring it all up here. It's easier to like work on it right here.
Yeah, because we can discuss it right here. The group chats, even the committee chat is real spotty because everybody's working, got different things. But for the most part, we usually have Evan here. He's in the committee. Then there's me, Chris, and Brandon are all on the committee.
Your boy.
Eric can hold the camera.
Yep.
I don't like teaming with
Show
Adam
Eric
each week
right.
and Shane. I helped Shane, and it's obviously a bad omen for
Show
him
Eric or we
because he
riot.
won this week without me. So
Do we?
show Eric or we riot. Just spin it. Spin it back. That's it. We're trying to keep this show PG tonight, guys. Chris, is your mom in the photo tonight?
No.
No.
I
Okay,
made
okay.
sure.
No, she's cut off her
Oh
face.
yeah,
I
I
d-
guess I could just look at your screen.
I double checked that.
Yeah, you checked it right in the beginning.
That was a smooth transition.
You did well.
Vibrate on it, yeah.
Yeah, you did well with that.
This is why he's the camera guy.
Holy cow. Do it again. No, we're not doing it.
Do it again.
Do it again.
All right, I will plug the store real quick. Jumpstart 2022 comes out next week. If anybody is interested in that, I'm sure Cousin Tyler will be doing
Nice small.
a Jumpstart event next Friday if he's free. And that's it. That's all we got. Jumpstart next week. Boxes I think are like $109.99. They're one of the cheaper products we release. I guess spoilers have released. This Jumpstart, not to be confused with the really god-awful ones that come out with every set. This is the sequel to the really, really good Jumpstart that came out in 2019.
So this one's gonna be really, really, really good.
Allegedly. Or it'll be a dumpster fire.
Allegedly.
But, yeah, we got Jumpstart coming up. 2022.
They love me.
Also, recommendations on price support. Like, what packs would you like to see in the price support for this current league? There's certain packs you want. Don't do it. Don't do it. He had a chance. I asked him in the beginning if he wanted to be on the show, and he said no.
I didn't want to take all the attention from you.
Yeah.
It seems like it failed anyway.
Jumpstart 22 is focused on Commander, which is essentially what our store is focused on as far as Magic the Gathering at the store. Pretty much we just do Commander and then the limited events
That'd be
draft,
cool.
pre-release or whatever. So, is there any packs that has
Somebody
Eric
knocking
in
on the
them?
door.
Hunter.
Is there any? Hunter's here.
Yeah,
Hunter's
he's gonna
here
come.
tonight, guys.
He's hoping to open me
He's
from a
getting ready
pack.
for work.
He's getting
Do
ready
we
for work.
run upstairs?
You might get a camp. Yeah. Joom, 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 joom.
No shakiness though, please.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
so,
full shakiness, like Blair
yeah,
Witch
we-
Project running through the woods type shit.
We can definitely do Jumpstart 22 in the packs. There'll probably be no Masters packs, some amount of collector packs.
I wouldn't mind
Obviously, all
Like
the
an
newer
episode of
sets.
Cribs.
There might be. I might have some draft Infinity. There might be some Commander Legends, the OG Commander Legends. I got like 60-something boxes of that, so I wouldn't mind tearing down one or two of those to give out. We'll see. I'll help pick stuff. No, you won't. Eric's gonna show Eric. Give him another glimpse of Eric. Eric, give him the I'm picking out magic face. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
there it is.
There it is.
He's picking cards.
He's
out. Yeah.
All right, guys. I gotta go check out my house. These guys have got to go to bed. Everybody enjoy Thanksgiving edition. That camera's way off.
Yeah, it is.
When you brought it back.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. We're gonna get tens of views for that. Eric.
Look at
Tens
this.
of
Ghost
views.
behind me now.
You actually lost a viewer.
Yeah.
Lost a viewer. Yeah,
Great.
lost a ton. Everybody's bouncing now that we're running.
All right.
All right, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Friday, come check out the sales Friday or Saturday. If you want Ikoria, definitely be there Friday, right at noon. But other than that, for Brandon and Eric and Chris, I'm Adam. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for coming out.